Nico Hulkenberg holds the record for completed the most number of Grand Prix without a podium. The best he ever got was 4th place. So near, yet so far. So where is this modern day legend nowadays? The German professional racing driver currently serves as the reserve driver in Formula 1 for the Aston Martin F1 team. He recently joined the grid when Sebastian Vettel got COVID. Hulkenberg was amazing. He is one of 6 drivers since 2005 to win the GP2 Series or the Formula 2 Championship in his debut season. Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg, Charles Leclerc, George Russell and Oscar Piastri are the other drivers. Legends, I would say. He was also the 2009 GP2 Series champion and the previous champion of both the Formula 3 Euro Series and the A1 Grand Prix as part of A1 Team Germany. This March 2022, after 129 races, he still has not had a chance to step on the podium. He actually broke Adrian Sutil's previous record of 128. Whatever happened to him in Formula 1? Truthfully, he is still one of the best drivers in the world. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't placed on the podium in his career. Most of us think it's probably either the car, the driver dynamic, which prevented him from winning. Nico Hulkenberg started out Formula 1 with the Williams team in 2010. He was able to claim the first pole position for the team in 5 years. Everyone was shocked when Williams did not retain him for the following year. He then joined Force India as a test and reserve driver, and he was promoted to a race seat in 2012. Nico joined Esteban Gutierrez for the Sauber team in 2013, but eventually returned to Force India in 2014. The legend turned to Renault in 2017 and was replaced by Esteban Ocon in 2020. Nowadays, he is called on by several teams whenever they need a driver. He's also always ready to respond. Hulkenberg drove for Racing Points in 3 races during the 2022 season and replaced Sebastian Vettel at Aston Martin for the first 2 races of the 2022 season. Like almost every Formula 1 driver, Nico also began motorsport through karting. Even as early as this, he was already an icon in the German karting scene. At the age of 15, he won the German Kart Championship in 2003. Teams had their eyes on him, already predicting that he was going to be a world champion in the future. After a few more years of karting, he eventually transitioned to motor racing, where he won the German Formula BMW Championship in 2005. How skilled is he to win all of these in the span of just a few years? Hulkenberg entered the German series in 2006 rather than joining Formula 3, but ended up joining it in 2007. The next year, Nico also joined the Williams Formula 1 team as a test driver. By that time, he impressed everyone with his few appearances in Williams' new FW30. The driver kept impressing everyone as he set pole for both qualifying and winning a Qatar in the GP2 series. Nico was now ahead of Grosjean, who was clearly his rival, but the latter suddenly graduated Formula 1 with Renault. Now, at the end of the season, Hulkenberg became the first rookie to win the championship since Lewis Hamilton, with 100 points to Vitaly Petrov's 75. Finally, in 2010, Williams promoted him to the race team. It was the moment everyone was waiting for. The first half of the season was wonderful for this rookie. He even had the pole position for Interlagos and produced 2 laps quicker than the other drivers. Sadly, everything was gone in a blink of an eye when Williams had a change of heart. The team wanted another driver to race for them. Nico's successor as GP2 champion, Pastor Maldonado. Despite his efforts, Hulkenberg was gone from the grid again. Because of all of this drama and fiasco, Nico Hulkenberg moved to Force India, again as their reserve driver. You couldn't see him during the Grand Prix, but he was mostly seen in Friday morning practice sessions. The team also decided he would be racing for them in 2012. That year was amazing for the guy. He showed how great of a driver he was in Interlagos again. He could have won the Brazilian Grand Prix, but heartbreakingly lost the lead and spun into another legend, Lewis Hamilton. Did you know that Nico Hulkenberg was the second choice for a seat in Mercedes? It eventually went to Hamilton, which is a bit sad, because we really wanted to see Nico in a team that would treat him better. Imagine him driving for Mercedes. Oh well, thankfully another team took him in with open arms. He moved to Sauber by 2013, but he completely regretted it. For him, they were uncompetitive, and even the audience can see that all decisions they make are prone to destroying their rear tyres. Not good management, as you can see. With all of this frustration, he was disappointed with the team and went back to Force India in the end. Nico made history again in 2015. He became the first active Formula 1 driver to claim victory in the Le Mans 24 Hours in 24 years. He proved those who were thinking that the other races were impairing his performance, because when he joined the championship in Austria, he finished in 6th place. Everyone was just doubting this man. A clash of calendars meant no Le Mans return for Hulkenberg in 2016. Formula 1 wasn't so fun as well, because he still hadn't earned a podium finish. During Monaco, he was one of the leading drivers in the race, but because of a poorly timed pit stop where the team is to blame, he lost his advancement and Perez reached for the pole instead. This further proves that Hulkenberg has the skills, but he's never been paired with great teams. Now, in Renault, Nico contributed to most of the team points, scoring 43 out of 57. He missed another potential podium win when he crashed in Baku. This time he surpassed Sutil's title of having the longest career without a top 3 finish. In the 2019 German Grand Prix, Nico was part of a crash that changed his whole career. This was inevitably one of the lowest points for him. The Hulkenberg crash allowed the team to replace Hulkenberg for Ricciardo, who was fresh from Red Bull. Yet, the legend returned to Formula 1 sooner than expected. He turned to Racing Point when Sergio Perez got COVID in 2020. Recently, he substituted for Aston Martin too when Sebastian Vettel also had the virus. It looks like we've been seeing Hulkenberg just as a reserve driver nowadays. When will he return to the grid permanently? We can't wait to see him finally on the podium.